So the next type of inner class is method local inner classes. Method local inner class. What is mean by method local inner class? Very simple. Suppose assume I have a class is there. Okay, I have a class is there. Inside this class, okay, inside this class, I want to do some activity. I want to do some activity. Okay, for example, let me define a program itself, sir, so that you will get clarity. I am taking test class. Inside this, I am defining one method like public void m. Hmm? Tell me how to call that method. We have to create object for which class?
Yeah.
Test
Yes.
class. So by using this object, we can call m method. Correct? Huh?
Yeah.
Now assume inside method m, so I am doing some addition like 10 plus 20 and 1 plus 2. So then, so 100 plus 200, then 1000 plus 2000, then 10,000 plus 20,000, something like that. So what is the output that you will get? Yes, perfectly it is going to work. There is no problem. But my question is, please observe my intention. Sir, this activity is a repeated activity, correct?
Yes.
So whenever repeated activity is coming, what we will do? We will create a
It is.
method, we will create a class. Inside that, we are going to pass a parameter and we will call whenever you need.
Yes.
Correct? Now assume I want to define one special function for that. What is that function? So public void, something like sum, which is going to take two parameters, and it has to add those two parameters and need to print the result like this. Can I do like this? A method inside method is not allowed in Java. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So what is another thing that we can do? For that, inside method, we are going to create a class. Inside that class, we will take this sum. So you understood the reason? If reason
Okay,
is
inside.
clear, then we will write the documentation. Then I will show you the program.
Sir, like, okay, I got a point, but actually, I want to say that, for example, in a quick scenario, we have to go for, inner class inside a method. Like,
Now
uh,
that's what I am telling. See, assume that I have given some project. In that project, some 5 modules are there.
mhm.
Module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, module 5 under a same class. Okay,
Yeah.
let me write so that you can get clarity. Assume it is module 1. Hmm? Like that, I have 5 modules are there. Please observe at top level. I am giving this project. So I want to complete this project. So I identified that in module 3, there is a repeated calculation is there. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
What we have to do? First thing, we have to write that repetition. So what problems we are going to face when you are deploying? It may take some more time or more memory, or it will take some kind of space, unnecessary space. So processing is going to be done very slowly like that. Correct?
Okay.
Clear, Kiran?
Yes, sir.
What is the alternative option that I have? Only alternative option is whatever work that you are doing here, you have to define outside of the project. Correct?
Correct.
Public may be void. So that work I will define here, right?
Mhm. Yes.
So that I will make it as a static or something like that we can use in M3.
Correct.
But the problem is this reusability concept came in M3 repeated calculations. If you define outside, what will happen? It can be accessible by other modules also, right?
Okay. Okay.
I
So you
don't
want to
want
say like
that.
that redo should access redo for that
Only for
specific
M3.
method.
Then
Okay. Okay.
what is approach? We don't have anything, right?
Yeah. Unnecessary why you don't define outside so that
That's all. Happily,
got
we
it.
can define a class inside the method. Understood?
Yes,
If I
sir.
write documentation, you will get clarity, sir. Sometimes we can declare a class inside a method. Inside a method. Such a type of inner classes are called as method local inner classes. It is local to the method. Okay, so why? Because why we are getting this concept? Nesting of methods is nesting of methods are not allowed in Java, but in I think in C++ somewhere we have this concept. We can define a function within another function, but here it is not possible. Clear? So why we need the main purpose? The main purpose of method local inner class is to perform method specific repeatedly required functionalities. If you want to perform any method repeatedly required functionalities, so then method local inner classes are the best choice. Got it, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, sir, how to access? We can access method local inner classes only within the method. So where we declared, correct? Outside of the method, we can't access. That is the main reason. So because of its less scope, we can't access outside. Okay, clear, sir? And method local inner classes are the most rarely used type of inner classes. Most rarely we are going to use this concept. Clear, sir? Everyone, please confirm. If you are clear, I will take one program for you to demonstrate.
Yes, sir.
Let me take one example program to understand this particular concept. I have test class is there. So let me take one method like public void m method is there. Inside this, I am taking one inner class. Yes, you can take. So public void sum, which is taking a comma b, 2 parameters, and it is printing like system.out.println of. So the sum what I am going to calculate is nothing but a plus b, something like this I am printing. Now we can create object for inner class directly by using that object. Now you can perform sum by passing 1 comma 3, by passing so 10 comma 30, by passing so 100 comma 300, so 1000 comma 3000, so 1000 10,000 comma 30,000, like that. Clear? Any queries up to this? Please confirm.
No, sir.
Any queries up to this? Please confirm.
So the nesting of methods, can we give like instead of the same method, can we give same method with different arguments like that?
We can give.
Okay. Nesting of methods not allowed. That means like inside a method, we have
Inside a
another.
method, we should not define another method. We can define class. Inside that class, you can define any number of methods, overloading, everything is possible.
Okay.
Okay.
So in construct,
We can define constructor also, no problem. It is like a class, madam. Everything will come. Okay. Clear? Shivana. Right. Kiran, clear up to this?
Yes, sir.
Right. So next one more doubt you may get. What is a doubt is very important doubt. Note. We can declare method local inner classes inside both instance and static methods. We can declare method local inner classes inside instance and static methods, no problem. Clear? You can execute later. So if we declare inner class inside a static or inside a instance method, how you can access? Then from that method local inner class we can access both static and non-static members of outer class directly. This point already we know. Don't worry, I will take example. So if you declare inner class inside instance method, from that method local inner class we can access both the static data and non-static members of the outer class directly. I will show you with the program. Next, if we declare inside a static method, so then we can access only static members of outer class directly. Okay, directly. So from that method local inner class, I will show you with example, you will get clarity. Observe carefully. So test class is there. I am defining one integer variable like x is equal to 10. So one more static variable I am taking like integer. So y is equal to something like 20. I have one method inside that I defined inner class. Inside that, let me take this is m1 and this is m2. I am taking another method with name m2. Now, sir, I am trying to print the value of x. Okay, and I am trying to print the value of y. So now what I am doing, sir, I am going to create object for inner class. By using that object, which method we have to call? M1 method, M2 method I am calling, and rest of the statements are not required. Anyway, I am calling the main. Sir, observe my point very clearly. Inside test class, I have one static, one instance variable is there. And there is one method. Inside that method, there is one inner class is there. So static data and instance data both are allowed inside M1, correct?
Yes.
Now, if you take another A class, then by default that is also applicable. Now, if I am running the program, so what output we are going to get? Observe carefully.
Compiled error.
So, why it is compiled
Because
error?
outer
I think
class
it
method is
is,
changed, right?
sorry, we have to declare it as M1. Now observe, sorry. Java C test.java, Java space test. So inner class, method local inner class is having the capability to get both instance as well as static data. Correct? Point
Yes,
is
sir.
clear?
Yes.
Now we will see instance method we have seen. Now we have to see static method, right? Now what I will
Yes.
do here, public static void m2. If it is a static method, so how you can call? By using inner dot
Class
m2.
dot m2, yeah.
Correct? Now
Yes.
see what will happen. So what it is telling? Variable
Non-static
x.
variable cannot be accessible.
Non-static variable x and illegal static declaration inside inner class. Clear?
Okay.
If static only for constant.
If you are creating a static, then without object we can invoke. So that is illegal. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
Sir, can you please explain the last one? That means we cannot access the static variable?
We cannot access static variable.
So non-static, right?
Inside static, we can't access non-static variables. That is common rule only, right?
Yes, and static cannot access. Sir,
Meaningless.
yes, sir, but one question actually. If we define x and y, okay. For example, how they are, for example, this is a method, okay, and inside the method I define a class. How those, method inner class are able to act?
First of all, it is instance method, correct?
Correct, yes.
So inside instance method, both will exist. X and Y.
Okay.
Okay, yes, correct.
Then again we defined a class.
Mhm.
Inside that X and Y we can access. But if it is a static, what is the meaning of static? Without object we can call.
Okay.
So then which variables are allowed? Only static, right?
Right.
So simple
Static.
reason, sir. Don't get confused. Simple reason.
Yeah, so I understand, right? For example, if you define an instance variable or static variable, that can be accessible in the method.
Hmm.
Okay. But inside a method, there is another class. Okay. So my question is how they are, for example, if I define X and Y, how they are able to access it, like, how they are able to access it. That I'm asking, right?
No,
So
no. See, maybe because of this class you are getting confusion.
yes,
By default, X and Y are available inside M1.
yes, correct.
So M1 method in total M1 method scope, X and Y are live.
Okay, you're saying, oh yeah, yeah, M1 method, yeah, correct. So I'm saying
Inside
that if
that,
it is
whether a
inner class,
class is there, whether a class is there or anything, no problem.
okay,
But which data you are accessing? In the previous program, we didn't get any error, right? It is running fine.
yes,
Okay. Don't worry, just to practice, you will get clarity.
yes, sir.
One more example, maybe the last or final example. Okay, let us see. See, I am taking class test. Directly, I am defining one method M1. Observe carefully. Inside this, I declared one variable called x is equal to 10. So there is one inner class. Public void M2 method is there. I am printing x. Okay. So now how to access this? First, we need to create object for which class? Inner I
Inner,
is equal to, so new inner I am taking. Then I dot which method we have to call?
M2,
M2 method. Now rest of the things are clear, right?
yes, sir.
Now what is the output of this program?
So then this is also defined as compatible, right? So static context, we cannot access the instance value, right?
Let me define this one as now.
Yeah, we can access the value of 10. Yeah.
So we can't access. We will get compile time error. Oh,
What is that?
mistake? What is a mistake? 1 second. Class test M1 method having integer x. Inside class inner calling void M2 system dot out dot print I M2. Okay, 1
So
second.
if it is static, then it will give error, right?
1 second. Yeah, it is
To
coming
give
10.
10.
1 second. What is another example? Is same thing. 1 second. Because somewhere I have seen this interview question. That's why. Now let me check. Oh, it is also working. If you declare final also, it is coming.
Because you are in
Sir,
a
can you make the method as a static? So then I can check. Sir.
No. I'm
Yeah, it will
talking
go and
about actually that integer x is equal to 10 is local to which one? M1, right?
M1, right? Yes.
This is equal to 10 plus M2. Okay, no problem. Let it be.
Sir, can you make the M2 as a static? Can you check, sir, that one?
line number 7.
Yes. Yeah, can I able to access this one? It will give the compatibility, right?
Yes.
That is static method context directly cannot access instance. Let me declare as a final now.
Still will get the same error, right?
Same. Okay, then this case is not required, I think so. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So now, okay, you can ignore this case, not required. Maybe if you want to, you can check it later. So now there is last conclusions, one interview question, and after that I'm going to go for what is the next one? Next inner class. Regarding access modifiers, at the end I will discuss. See, consider the following. Consider the following code. What is a code is? First I will take the program. Test integer I is equal to 111. Static integer j is equal to 222. Static integer j is equal to 222. Public void m1. So here I am taking integer k is equal to 333. So then I am taking final integer, okay, m is equal to 444, and inside inner class public static void m2. So okay, let it be this one. I am going to hide. Let us consider the code here. Now as usual, this code. So now my first point is system.out.println of. Can I access I?
Yes, sir. I can. So we know we cannot access, right? Compile time method will get right because it's a non-static.
Non-static. Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Then can I access J?
Yes.
Yes. Static
Modifier
declaration
static
and-
is only allowed in constant variable. Sorry. One second. I declared the method as a static. Sorry. Let me take I. Now tell me.
So the I is allowed, accessible, right?
I is allowed, right?
Yes.
Now I am trying to print J.
It's not allowed.
J is not allowed.
Huh?
J is static.
So, sir, J is allowed.
We have seen already, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Then K.
K also allowed, right? K allowed.
Then M.
Final. So we have to check it is in a given error, right?
All are allowed. Okay.
So final not allowed in static. Static. Yeah. Okay.
Clear?
Sir, confusion.
So all variables we can access. So another just last one. So assume I am declaring this M1 method as a static. Now, can I access I? Let me check. Can I access I?
No, sir.
Now observe. No. Can I access J?
Yes.
Okay. Can I access K?
Yeah, K, we can access it.
Can I access M?
M also access.
Clear?
Yes.
So except I, remaining all are allowed. So that's all. Up to this, whatever I covered is nothing but what?
Method
local inner classes. Okay.
So actually, in real time, it is not used, right?
No. Just syntactical things and learning the language. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
In depth, we need to see, right?
Okay.
Maybe it may be useful in future, but we don't know.
Okay. So, sir, one question actually. For example, like you told, right? So when you create an inner class object, right, it will be comes in terms of a dollar, right? So parent class name, dollar.
I will show you regarding this. I will show you at the end. Okay. Right. So now the only applicable modifiers for method local inner classes are, sir, can I declare that method local inner class as final?
Yes.
Okay. Can I declare as a public?
Yes.
I am talking with respect to class. Can I declare this particular class as a public?
Yes, sir.
So public is meaning public or anything. I think default only allowed, right?
Public is not allowed. Why public is not allowed? Because it is local to the method. Name local itself is giving, right? If you declare as a public, outside of M1 you can access, but it is not available, right? Because whatever data you will define inside M1, it is strict to M1 only. Got it?
Correct. Yes.
So public is not allowed. So then private is also not allowed. Protected is also not allowed. Correct?
Yeah,
Can I
then
take
only
it as a
default.
final?
Final.
Yes.
Yeah, final is also allowed, right? No
Yes,
problem.
because we can declare one more class and you can extend the properties. To avoid that, we can.
Yeah.
So final is allowed. Abstract is also allowed. Strict FP, this modifier we will see later. It is very simple.
Okay.
So these three modifiers are allowed. If we are trying to, if
The
we are
default?
trying to apply, default is also default. I'm not mentioning.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we are trying to apply any other modifiers, so we will get compile time error.
Time error.
Correct?
Right.
Everyone got it? Clear?
Yes.
Please confirm. Any queries
Yes,
up to
sir.
this?
No.
If you are clear, then we can go for